Hi, I'm Joe Flannigan. I want to give you an update on the great work the Vincentians are doing to help the victims of Hurricane Katrina. There is still an urgent need for our assistance and will be for some time. Hurricane Katrina has left hundreds of thousands of residents of Louisiana and Mississippi without homes and without jobs. Many families lost everything except the clothes on their back.
On August 29, 2005, a Category 4 hurricane made landfall on the southeastern portion of Louisiana, near New Orleans and the Gulf Coast area of Mississippi, with winds of 120 to 140 miles per hour. The following day, levees and flood walls in New Orleans failed when a 15 to 20-foot tidal surge reached the city. The storm and flood destroyed uncounted numbers of homes and businesses, killing over 1,300 people and displacing over 1 million.
Our society responded immediately, literally following behind the emergency responders to provide the unmet needs of the people. We can all be proud of the work done by the society in response to this catastrophe.
Right after the hurricane hit, St. Vincent de Paul was there. We're not an organization with a lot of red tape and bureaucracy. We're where the rubber meets the road. We were there with food and clothing and all of the necessities that are necessary to make a difference in the life of someone who may have lost everything.
Everything is left behind. Everything, and when I say everything, I mean everything. It's 5 families in one house. And they all on the floor, be sleeping on the floor. This store is a blessing to us. But we in need for mattress, furniture, linen. I was able to get a sofa from this place, and it was a great help. I say continue to give to this organization because it really helps. It's a need, and we appreciate it.
I had family that lives down here in Baton Rouge, so we had left the Friday before to come and visit. We woke up Saturday morning and heard that Katrina was heading towards New Orleans. So of course we all had one change of clothes, didn't have a chance to grab anything. And we went back 5 days later and that's what we found. There was nothing left. We're getting clothes and water and food, and my son's getting some toys, and they're helping. I tell you what, the local churches and St. Vincent de Paul has helped, so I'm totally thankful and blessed that there's people like that here that's able to help.
It's been crazy because I haven't really had a day off. I've been 2 weeks straight running, but it's all good for a good reason and a good cause, because it actually could have been us here that, been hit bad by the storm. So we all go the extra mile to make sure they get what they need. Well, we're feeding people. We're going out to feed them, like to the food stamp office, and wherever it's a large mass of people, we send food to the churches that houses them, but they can't feed them, so we send food out to them. We send food out to shelters. We're accommodating a lot of people.
Evacuees from the disaster have fled to all corners of the country. The greatest concentration are in Baton Rouge, Dallas, Houston, Atlanta, Panama City, Biloxi, San Antonio, and Austin, where our councils are working with hundreds of thousands of hurricane victims now relocated to their cities.
Just fax it to us and we'll get it to you as soon as we can. Are you sending your truck for the first order today?
The needs of these newly poor families, on top of poor already being served in these areas, presents enormous and difficult challenges for the councils.
The water I'm standing in front of was probably one of the most critical issues initially. The water, the baby diapers, the initial clothing, all of those we consider to be phase 1, immediate needs. From there we have to move to phase 2. We've got to get these people out of the shelters. We've got to get them into homes and apartments. They have nothing. We need financial assistance to get them into apartments and homes. We need furniture, we need beds, we need tables, chairs, everything. Housewares, pots and pans. These people have literally nothing but the shirts on their backs. We have to get them some help. We have to give them some hope. The despair we have seen would break your heart. We need to give these people a hand and give them some hope that there is a future for them.
Louisiana itself is one of the poorest states in our country, and certainly many of those poor families lived in the greater New Orleans area, and that's why it's so important for our society to make a difference, whether it's a big thing like helping with the first month's rent on a new apartment, a bed to sleep on, appliances, or a school uniform for a needy child. Whatever the need may be, St. Vincent de Paul is there.
We are in this for the long term as we address the physical needs of the victims in phase 2 of this disaster. Please continue to send monetary contributions through the U.S. Council Office. Another great need is to address the psychological needs to help heal the emotional trauma the victims are suffering through. We need grief counselors, psychologists, psychiatrists, all manner of counselors to contribute their precious time to help these people, to help them heal emotionally from the traumatic loss of their jobs, their homes, their cherished possessions, and in some cases, a loved one. And of course, and most importantly, your continued prayers are needed. Please keep them coming and encourage others to pray for the victims and the Vincentians who serve them. Thank you for your continued help for the hurricane victims, and let us always keep in mind that in helping them, we are helping Christ.